side of the widow's peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go. 11 empty. Quickly to the air is Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 62 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staff.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And it makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Yellow. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll take this to the 46. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Ross on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side.
He's got him in, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And this is incomplete.
Drew Sample, the intended receiver,
but it'll be second down.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Mixon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Mixon again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's a give up the middle. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trucks over him, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, these two teams, the Bengals and Chiefs, they met twice a year ago, and it was the young Bengals prevailing both times. The first, Week 17 in Cincinnati. The Bengals coming through in overtime 34-31. And then, of course, the AFC title game, the big one. The Chiefs up 21-3 at one point. The Bengals charge back. They win it 27-24 and punch their ticket to Super Bowl 56. They'll give it to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 27, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 73 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room. And oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And, Charles, yeah, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now Burrow on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
11 MT, pace. 11 MT, pace.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And Burrow going to throw again. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line.
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On first down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one...
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now here's Ross. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do,
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now they send a man in motion right. Third and goal. Burrow. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd and a couple, Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. From the 24, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw again on 2nd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete, nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. It's caught. Beckham. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. this one. It's caught by OBJ. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work.
And it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
43.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He completes it to Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trotty! And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dumps it off to Mixon. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. One final try from Mahomes. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. This was a 4 today for Mike Prince.